Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dissect the confusing language of corporate filings and bring you the juicy details. Today we're looking at Anebulo Pharmaceuticals, Inc., and let's just say their latest report might have some surprises hiding within its pages related to their financial performance. Before we dive into what Anebulo is telling us, if you enjoy getting straightforward insights from these official documents, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to chat more about these filings, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord, linked in the description below. Alright, so Anebulo Pharmaceuticals Inc. has put out a report, and essentially it is talking about their financial results for the quarter and the entire fiscal year ending back in June of 2025. They also dropped a business update, which is usually where companies try to paint a positive picture. This company's main thing, their common stock, is traded on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol ANEB, and it is a pretty small company as indicated by the low par value of their stock where it says 0.001. And speaking of their stock, it is listed on the Nasdaq. This is where investors buy and sell shares of Anebulo Pharmaceuticals. Now, here is an interesting tag. Anebulo is calling itself an emerging growth company. This means they're newer and can follow some less strict financial reporting rules, which is common for many newer companies trying to get their footing. They've also elected to use extended transition periods for new or revised accounting standards, meaning they do not have to adopt them right away. The real meat of this filing for us anyway is under the section talking about their operations and financial condition. This is where they tell us how they're doing financially. So, on the 29th of September 2025, Anebulo put out a press release with their financial results for the quarter ending the 30th of June 2025, and for the whole fiscal year leading up to that date. This press release is attached as an exhibit, meaning it's part of the official filing. Think of it as the company's own summary of their performance. This filing is a bit light on specific detailed financial tables within the main body itself, which is a little unusual for a report focused on results of operations. Typically, you'd see charts and numbers directly here. Instead, they heavily referencing the attached press release, Exhibit 99.1, for those details. So, our analysis will focus on the implications of what they announced in that press release as described in this 8K. This is where we have to read between the lines a bit. When a company files an 8K and specifically points to a press release for financial details, it often means they are highlighting specific news they want to get out quickly, rather than a full, in-depth financial review presented here. The press release itself would contain the actual numbers like revenue, expenses, profits or losses for the quarter and year ended the 30th of June 2025. Without the direct financial tables in this specific document, we're inferring the general financial health based on the announcement of results for the quarter and fiscal year. This type of filing is often used to disclose material events, and in this case, the material event is the release of their financial performance for those periods. If the company is announcing results, it is usually to either celebrate good news like increased revenue or profit, or to explain less favorable trends with Anebulo Pharmaceuticals, Inc. Being in the pharmaceutical sector, their financial results would likely be heavily influenced by factors like drug development progress, clinical trial outcomes, regulatory approvals, and patent expirations. Changes in revenue could be tied to sales of existing products or milestones achieved in their drug pipeline. Expenses would typically include significant research and development costs, marketing and sales efforts, and general administrative overhead. Typically, a company filing its results would highlight whether they met or exceeded earnings expectations, or if they experienced a downturn for emerging growth companies. Investors often look for signs of rapid growth and a clear path to profitability, even if they are not profitable yet. A key performance indicator for a pharmaceutical company would be the progress of their drug pipeline. Are they moving forward with clinical trials, which is a huge expense but a necessary step? Are they seeing positive data that could lead to future revenue? The press release itself, Exhibit 99.1, is the crucial piece here. It would contain the precise financial figures. We would be looking for things like what was their total revenue for the quarter and year? Did it go up or down compared to the previous year? What was their net income? Or more likely for a pharma company, their net loss? How much cash do they have on hand and how quickly are they spending it, which is called their burn rate. For example, if the press release announced a significant increase in revenue, it might be due to successful product launches or expanded market reach. Conversely, a reported net loss, while common for pharma companies in development, would be scrutinized based on its size relative to previous periods and expectations. An increase in the net loss could signal rising development costs or less successful sales efforts. And finally, they included the cover page for their interactive data file. This is a modern requirement that makes financial information easier to read and analyze by machines, which is great for data-driven investors. So, looking at Anebulo Pharmaceuticals, Inc. Based on this filing, they announced their financial results for the period ending the 30th of June 2025 and are providing a business update. As an emerging growth company, they have some flexibility in their reporting. The key information, the actual financial numbers, are referenced in an attached press release. What does this tell us overall? Well, for a pharmaceutical company, especially one that is still in the growth stage, it is all about the pipeline and the path to profitability. This filing, by referring to a press release for financials, suggests they strategically communicating their performance. Investors will be poring over that press release for any indication of progress in their drug development, any significant sales figures, or any changes in their financial runway. The fact that they are an emerging growth company means they are likely still investing heavily in research and development, which usually means they are reporting losses. The critical question is whether those losses are leading to promising developments that will translate into future revenue and, eventually, profit. If their press release highlighted successful clinical trial data or potential partnerships, that is a positive sign for their future direction. However, if the numbers show a rapidly increasing burn rate without clear positive developments, that would be a significant risk factor to watch. The strategic direction here hinges on demonstrating value creation through their pharmaceutical innovations in the near future, balancing aggressive R&D spending with the need to manage their cash reserves prudently. Alright, that is our breakdown of Anebulo Pharmaceuticals Inc.'s latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company? Future, drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Please consider hitting that like button, it really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And don't forget to check out our Discord server linked in the description below for more discussions. Thanks for watching, see you next time.